Hello, 5 and 6, and welcome to your last week of the half-term spelling sessions. Let me just share my screen and we can go through what we shall be doing. So, we always start with our Monday lesson, rewinding back to what we did last week. So we looked at prefixes last week. We looked at the prefix un, dis, and miss. And also all, difficult to say when they're just prefixes, but they these prefixes helped us to know when we had the root word, what prefix to use before. So like legal started with an L, so we knew we needed to have IL. The un, dis, and miss, we all know that they have negative meanings. So hopefully that wasn't too bad last week. And this week we're still sticking with prefixes. We're looking at some different ones. So we're looking at 6 this week, quite a lot, but we have seen these before. This is more of just a refresher. So we've got our spelling list and it might look quite full, but because we've got something on Friday where we can't look at a screen, as in no screen day. So hopefully I've decided that we won't have our spelling test then. I'll give you a little bit more time and we'll have it on the first Monday back after half term. And it might be some of these and some of the ones we've had for the last 5 weeks. So I'll have a little bit of a big test on Monday, the 22nd of February after half term. So again, we're looking at prefixes. So what is a prefix? Who can tell me what a prefix is? Hopefully some of you are calling out at your screen. And a prefix is a group of letters that is added to the beginning of the word to change its meaning. What's it called when we add it at the end? A suffix. So when we add something at the end, that is a suffix. So prefixes are added to root words. We've heard all these words before. A word that makes sense on its own but can also have prefixes at the beginning and suffixes at the end added to it. For example, so if we take the verb take, can be made into mistake, one of the ones we had last week, with the prefix, and taking with the suffix. So we've got 3 things that we're talking about. We've got prefixes, root word, and suffix. So we know quite a lot about those. So the 3 prefixes we're going to be looking at today are super, anti, and auto. So you can see there's quite a few words. Let's look at super first. So adding super before a root word means that something it's above. We'll go into more detail in a minute. So we've got example like superhuman, superpower, superstar. We've got the prefix anti, and that gives us the meaning that things are against. A little bit like to our negative meanings last week with miss and dis. Anti means against. So anti-freeze, antibacteria, anti-clockwise. And the last one we're going to look at is auto, meaning self or own. Autobiography, autofocus, autocorrection. So we're just going to have a little look at some of those in more detail. So I'm going to stop this share and share a different screen with you. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works. It seems to be working okay today. So from the beginning. So we're going to be looking at super, auto, anti. So a prefix, again, reminding you a set of letters that can be added to the beginning of a word to make new words, beginning of a root word to make new words. So we've got super. such as supermarket. Auto, such as autograph. And anti, as in anti-clockwise. So we've got some examples of, let's look at the prefix super first and see if we can work out, I know I gave you a clue earlier on, see what super must mean. So I've got supernatural, something that has been greater, something that has greater than normal natural powers. Superhero, cartoon characters who have extraordinary powers. And supernova, a star that suddenly increases greatly in brightness because of a large explosion. So I think we get the idea that super means greater, more than, above, something more than. Can you think of any other words with super in? Let's look at auto now. So let's have a little look to see what examples we've got to see if we can work out what auto means. Again, I know I told you earlier on, but see if this helps you. Automatic, something that works by itself with little or no direct human control. Autograph, something which is written by the author themselves. Or autobiography, the history of a person which is written by the person themselves. So, do we get the idea what auto means? It means own or self. You might do. It's your autograph, your autobiography about you. Any other words that you can think of? We've got a few at the beginning. Might have got a few in your spellings. So now let's move on to anti, and let's see if we can work out what anti means. So we've got our first one, antifreeze, a liquid which can be added to water to lower the freezing point and work against it freezing. Antibiotic, a medicine that works against disease or illness, and antiseptic, preventing the growth of disease-carrying bacteria. I think we can hear in all of those that it means against. Any other that you can think of? I'm sure there are. So let's have a little look and see if you can work out what the following words mean. So, superhuman, he had superhuman strength. So superhuman means having exceptional ability or powers, more than any normal human would have. What about autopilot? The captain turned on the autopilot. Can we remember what auto meant? Self or own. The autopilot is a device which keeps an aeroplane flying the right way without the pilot actually controlling it. And what about anti? Antisocial. Being rude to people is very antisocial. Doesn't sound great. Can we remember what it was? It was against. Antisocial means something which most people don't like and won't want to spend time with you because of. It's a negative thing rather than a positive thing. So let's have a go with some of these. So what do you think these ones might be? He read off the something. He read off the super cue. He read off the auto cue. He read off the anti cue. I think we've got that one. Once you hear the words, sometimes they make sense. So it's the auto cue. An auto cue is a device that projects words onto a screen so that people can read them whilst being filmed. I don't have an auto cue. My screen is my auto cue. On the news, you see newsreaders looking right into the camera. Below the camera would be the auto cue, which would be their lines that they are reading. Next one. They need the something dote to the snake's venom. Superdote, antidote, autodote. I think, again, you can hear it when I say them. The antidote is a medicine. Oh, wrong one. Gone back too far. Oh. The antidote is a medicine taken to stop and reverse the effects of poison. So again, it's the against, the negative. Last one. Concorde was the first something sonic passenger plane. Well, we've only got one left, haven't we? So it's got to be supersonic. If something is supersonic, it travels at the speed which is greater than the speed of sound. So let's go for my little spin the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to stop on a word and we're going to see which one of our anti, super or auto would fit with the word. Ooh, mobile, supermobile, automobile, anti-mobile. None of them sound right, but one of them, if I change how I say it, automobile, then we get it. So that's a tricky one, that one, automobile. Septic. Oh, is it superseptic, antiseptic, autoseptic? Sometimes, again, when you put the words in front, you can hear them. So hopefully we've got antiseptic. Let's have one more spin. Store. Oops, store, not saw. Store. Anti-store. Auto-store. Store. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied this morning. Superstore, of course. Superstore. So we could keep spinning the wheel, but I'm going to move off that for the moment and go back to my other screen, which is hopefully this one. Let me stop sharing so that we're making sure that we're on the right screen. I'm going to go back to that one. Okay, so today we've done our little spin the wheel. So today I've just got a few more that I'd like you to match up. So we've got today's date, Monday, the 8th of February. Again, right on the second line if you're starting a new page rather than the top line with the title spellings. And I just want us to match up the prefixes with the word to create a new noun. And then try and write that word in a sentence. If you're not sure what it means, you can check on Google. If you've got a dictionary, you can have a little look to see what it means so that you can use that sentence in the right way. So pause the video now, and then you can do your spelling work for today. Hopefully you've done that, and you come back to me. And remember, we've always got the extra bonus, which, if we're looking at the year 5-6 words, we've done quite a few already. And if you haven't done any of these, you might want to do an extra one or two this week. So our next 5 are, and again, pause the video so that you've got the page on the screen so that you can see it. Determined. Develop. Dictionary. Disastrous. And the last one for today, embarrass. So have a little go, try at least one this week or today, and there'll be another 5 on Wednesday. Okay, I'll take you back to me and hopefully, oh, hello. Oh, it always gets me when you come back to me. So hope you've taken that in and you know what you need to do. Again, always go back, rewind the video so that you can refresh your memory, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye for now.